Hello students, today our topic is cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria is blue-green algae. Blue-green algae, as you can see in this diagram, blue-green algae is green in color and it has some special type of circular cells are there. These cells, now first of all, what is the evolution? Evolution, it occurred about 3.5 billion years ago and dominated as biogenic reefs, and cyanobacteria were the first algae which were discovered. Then multicellularity took place after them. After this, the cyanobacteria terminology. The division is cyanophyta, and cyanobacteria is also called as blue-green algae, as I had told it. Cyano means blue. Bacteria means acknowledges that they are more closely related to prokaryotic bacteria than eukaryotic algae. They are more similar to the bacteria. Next, cyanobacteria characteristics. First of all, pigments. Pigments are chlorophyll A, phycobiloprotein, phycoerythrin and phycocyanin, due to which it has blue-green color. And storage is in the form of glycogen, cyanophycin granule. Cell walls, amino acids and sugars. After that, cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria are the microscopic organism. They are found in marine sediments and pelagic zone, freshwater lakes and soils. They live in extreme environments chemically and temperature. Distribution: pools and ponds. Freshwater, they are present. Different examples of pools and ponds are Anabaena, Rivularia, and seawater example are Dermacarpus. Damp soil examples are Anabaena and Nostoc, and hot springs are Microcystis. After that, this is the diagram of the blue-green algae, which you can see that it is in the form of a green layer over the water. Now the different forms. It is present in unicellular form, colonial form and filamentous form. These are the different examples of the diagrams of the different kind of algae. You can see here Nostoc, that is a colonial form. In filamentous we have Oscillatoria, Microcystis is in colonial form. So these are different type of forms of algae. Spiral form, they are present in unicellular forms. In unicellular forms we have Aphanotheca. The first diagram is there. After the forms we have the cell structure of cyanobacteria. As you can see here in the cell structure of cyanobacteria, the outermost is the mucilaginous sheath, then the cell wall, then plasma membrane, gas vacuole, centroplasm and circular DNA is there. Along with the main thing is there the thylakoid membrane. As you have studied in the chloroplast, thylakoids are present in it for photosynthesis and protein crystal are present. Along with chloroplast they also have chromoplast. So this has been the description of the cell structure, that it has 70S ribosomes, naked DNA. Along with that, membrane bound structures like endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, sap vacuole and lysosomes are present in it. So the cell structure resembles like bacteria. After that, the main cells present in this are heterocysts. Rarely the heterocysts are specialized cells present in the cyanobacteria. Rarely the heterocysts become functional and germinate to form a new filament in a few species like N. comacini. During germination, the heterocysts divide first into 2 cells and then into 4 cells, which represent the outer walls come out and develop into a new filament. Heterocysts are specialized nitrogen fixing cells. They are formed during nitrogen starvation by filaments cyanobacteria. So these are produced from the cyanobacteria when the nitrogen starvation means there is a deficiency of nitrogen. Main purpose is their nitrogen fixation. They are of same shape as a vegetative cell and mutually independent cells. This is the diagram of the heterocyst. As you can say that thylakoids are there. One is outer layer, plasma membrane, plasmodesmata. Plasmodesmata are from cell to cell. Passage of substances take place through plasmodesmata, and polar nodule is there and one homogeneous layer is there. This is the diagram of heterocyst. Heterocysts are larger than vegetative cells. Though two types of cells are there, heterocyst and vegetative cells. They are hollow looking, thick wall, doesn't allow atmospheric gas to enter. Photosynthetically they are inactive. No CO2 fixation or oxygen evolution is there. Formation of heterocysts triggered by and low nitrogen means when there is nitrogen deficiency, then heterocysts are formed. Now The reproduction of the cyanobacteria. In cyanobacteria, reproduction is mainly of two types, vegetative and asexual. Sexual reproduction is completely absent. So first of all, we have vegetative mode of reproduction. So first of all, in vegetative mode of reproduction take place by four ways. First of all, by fission, that is by formation of septum from periphery to central region. In the next diagram we can see it that a septum initiates in the center, as you can see here, and from the fission means from the one cell the two daughter cells are produced. Septum is in the center, that increases toward the center and two cells are formed. Before that, the next slide is, after that we have vegetative modes of next reproduction is with the help of hormones. Before that, vegetative mode of reproduction. In vegetative next mode of reproduction, that is with the help of hormones. Hormones are present only in the filamentous genera, means the cyanobacteria which are filamentous, in them hormones are produced. Hormones, as you can see in the diagrams, develop by double concave discs between two adjoining vegetative cells. These are produced between two vegetative cells. This is another diagram of hormones. The dark one are the hormones which are formed between two vegetative cells. And this is the another diagram. This is the diagram here, that between these hormones separation discs are there. They are special kind of cells, vegetative. They are for vegetative growth, in which special type of separation discs are present between the sheaths. After that, next mode of asexual reproduction is with the help of endospores. Endospores, as it has been shown in the case of Dermocarpa clavata, they are spores which are produced inside the cells. Therefore, they are called endospore. Another kind are called as exospore, which are formed outside the cells. So, these endospores are the another way of asexual reproduction. The next way of asexual reproduction is with the help of exospores. Endospores are produced within the cells and exospores are produced outside the cells. These exospores, as you can see, the yellow color cells are there. They are produced from the outer portion of the cyanobacteria, and then they get detached. And when they get detached, when they found the new medium, favorable medium, then they germinate to produce the new cyanobacteria. Last kind of spores for asexual reproduction are nanospores. These are very small type of spores. These are also called as nanocytes, which are produced inside the cyanobacteria, and they are also a mode of, nano means they are very small, and therefore they are the another way of vegetative reproduction. So these were the ways of vegetative reproduction. We have hormones, exospores, endospores and nanocytes. These are the four ways of vegetative reproduction. After that we have asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction ways, first of all, is akineate formation. These are thick-walled resting spores, means they rest for some time under unfavorable conditions. After that they germinate to produce the new cyanobacteria. Their main function, as I had told, they are resistant to unfavorable environmental conditions. When we have unfavorable environmental conditions, then akineates are formed. This is the diagram of akineate. This is another diagram in which different kind of these are shown, asexual reproduction processes. First of all, akineate and heterospores. Akineate, as can be seen in this diagram, these are the akineate cells which are formed during unfavorable conditions. This is the heterocyst and this is the terminal cell. This is basal heterocyst. Heterocyst is also present in the basal position. All other cells are, these are vegetative cells. This is heterocyst intercalary, and these are the second way of reproduction, that is endospores, which are produced inside the cyanobacteria. These are all, as can be seen here, they are endospores. And now these are the exospores, means they are produced from the external cells and they then get detached from the cells. So this is a different way of reproduction. After that, the next is, what are the similarities of cyanobacteria with bacteria, or we can say what are the affinities of cyanobacteria with bacteria. Both bacteria and cyanobacteria are prokaryotes, that is they have nucleus without nuclear membrane. They have nucleoid, which is called as nucleoid without nuclear membrane. They lack membrane-bound plastids, possess 70 S ribosomes, lack histone proteins, lack cell organelles, peptidoglycan is present in the cell wall. Another affinities include the mucilaginous sheath, which also surrounds cyanobacterial cell and the bacteria. Similar structure both have, and that is made up of extremely fine fibrils. Another similarity with the bacteria is both are sensitive to antibiotics. Means they give response to antibiotic. Both lack true sexual reproduction. As I told you, there is no sexual reproduction in cyanobacteria. Similarly, there is no sexual reproduction in bacteria. Many metabolic processes, sulfur and nitrogen metabolism, are similar in both groups. Some bacteria also fix atmospheric nitrogen, like Rhizobium azotobacter, which is an important function of most of the cyanobacteria. Actually, cyanobacteria, they are meant for nitrogen fixation. So these are all the affinities of the bacteria with the bacteria and cyanobacteria. Now, what is the economic importance of cyanobacteria? First of all, cyanobacteria are the first organism to have two photosystems and to produce organic material and give off oxygen as a byproduct. They have two photosystems. They show photosynthetic activity. They also do the photosynthesis. Then many fix or convert atmospheric nitrogen into usable form through nitrogen fixation when other forms are unavailable. They fix or convert atmospheric nitrogen into usable forms, means they fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Here the another example of heterocyst has been shown. Because atmospheric nitrogen is unavailable to most of the living organisms, therefore they fix it. It is another function of the cyanobacteria. After that, next economic important is they are also used as a food. Spirulina are sold in market due to their nutritive value. These tablets are sold all over the world as health food, and they contain the blue-green algae, or you can say cyanobacteria. So it is also a supplement of the food vitamins and proteins. After that, what are the different health benefits? Cynovine, a secondary metabolite, has been shown to possess anti-HIV, the main HIV activity, means it is against HIV. Consumption of edible blue-green algae may also reduce risk of cataract and age-related macular degeneration. Age-related disease, it protects us from that and also from the cataract. Sulfate polysaccharides exhibit anti-tumor, anticoagulant and anti-mutagenic, means anti-cancerous, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial and even antiviral activity against HIV, herpes and hepatitis. So these are the very important health benefits of cyanobacteria, means they act as an anti-tumor, means anti-cancerous is the cyanobacteria, anticoagulant in blood coagulation, it prevents blood coagulation. Then anti-mutagenic, the same, that is anti-tumorous, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial agent. So these are the main health benefits of the cyanobacteria. So this is all about cyanobacteria. In cyanobacteria, what type of questions can be asked? First of all, the different questions which can be asked are, first of all, why it is called as blue-green algae? What are the different pigments which are present in blue-green algae? These are the different questions which can be asked. Blue-green algae, what are the different, why we call it blue-green algae? And then another important question which can be asked is, what are heterocysts? The heterocysts are the special type of cells which are meant for nitrogen fixation. So this is the quick revision of the cyanobacteria and what are the different questions which can be asked on this. After that, what are the different pigments which are present in it, and the different examples of the cyanobacteria. After that, about its cell structure, what is the function of thylakoid in the cell structure. After that, the main important question is in short answer type questions or in the objective type question can be asked, that is, what is heterocyst? This is heterocyst. What is the function of heterocyst? How it fixes nitrogen? And then another objective type, what are hormones? So hormones are special type of cells for vegetative reproduction present in filamentous genera. Then the another question which can be asked are, what are akinets? Akinets are the special type of thick-walled resting spore. They are also meant for asexual reproduction. And in short answer type question, what are the affinities of cyanobacteria with bacteria? This is very important question. What are the similarities between bacteria and cyanobacteria? And what is spirulina? This is also can be asked, what is spirulina? So say this is all about cyanobacteria. Thank you.